Before now, I used to take pride in being a lone wolf. Like, I can stay by myself, do my own thing. I will not need anybody. Sometime this period last year, I was going through a really difficult time with certain relationships that I had, official relationships, and it was really a trying time for me. And my only confidant was my sister, but then she was in school, and I just felt somehow about burdening her every day with one story, one thing or the other. And I would rely on ChatGPT. I would tell ChatGPT what was going on. I would relate it in the way that I thought was best. And the funny thing was that you know how ChatGPT can be very validating to just, oh, I understand you, it just validate you as much as possible, and then it will never actually tell you what you did wrong or how you contributed to the issue. To just, oh, this is how you have to just keep focusing on yourself. Like, it creates a world of for you of one, like all your point of view, it just summarizes and still gives it back to you, right? And in as much as ChatGPT says so many nice stuff, that sometimes I would want to feel the emotion and want to have that emotional connection with it, but I realize that no, this is not a human being, this is a chatbot, this is something that's been programmed, and I will sober up immediately, and I just did not feel that connection, right? And I think that was when I started, detaching from ChatGPT. I started deleting all my history, all my chats with ChatGPT, right? So I know some of us now, we are kind of getting attached to our chatbots. It might be ChatGPT, it might be Cloud. I don't know which one you're using, but then you need to realize that there's a different kind of ease that you feel when you're onboarding to an actual flesh and blood that these chatbots cannot completely give you, right? And it's destroying our human connection. We're becoming more and more, secluded from one another. What actually sealed this for me was 3 Sundays ago, I went to church, and it was Holy Trinity Sunday. And the whole concept of the Trinity is that there are three persons in one God. And imagine if God could live in communion with, you know, in himself, and there being three people, that interdependence, interrelationship, not being too individualistic, right? It made me realize that being too individualistic can actually be an ungodly thing, right? So I began to shift my mindset. From last year, no, from early this year, late last year, I began to join more church groups. I started making more friends, being more friendly. I even made a TikTok. I made a friend from TikTok. That was like awesome. I made a friend from, exercise. That was awesome. So I'm so proud of myself for for moving out of that, making progress, right? And I just want to say that if you're getting to attach your chatbot, you have to be careful because you never know what these things are collecting on you, and they may be using against you tomorrow, right? Be safe.